DSS is here. You can access it by going to your ship's map. Top right-hand corner, there will be a key. For me, it's B. It's like my emote button. Open that up. We get a new inventory UI thing for the DSS. There's a summary of everything that's happening, where it's going to go, how much, like where it is in the current location, when it's going to count down and go to that new location, and then all the things that are currently, you know, in progress of being like done. When you go to the actions tab, you can donate a total of 50 rares, 75 commons, and 10,000 requisition slips. And there is a 24-hour timer. As soon as you donate, a 24-hour timer starts, and then you can donate again and donate again. I'm assuming like it's just a daily count, so I could do another 50, another 75, and so on and so forth. Now, obviously, the estimated time until it's ready is only 17 hours, so I won't be able to do it before it does that. But the buffs are, at the moment, you know, periodically we're going to be able to get 380 barrages or some kind of orbital barrages, and then there's like a campaign bonus of like accelerates the liberation of, you know, wherever the DSS is, eagle airstrikes during missions, and then, you know, more progress on defense missions. And then the last one is orbital blockade, which is you know, defense campaigns can't originate from this planet, and then Hellpod optimization is now automatically there. And then you can vote for where you want the space station to go next. As we talked about yesterday, we have 3 active actions, or we thought there would be 3 active actions. It seems like it's the first one that gets completed is the one that's active, and then it pauses the other 2. All right, so this is how the planetary bombardment works. What you're going to notice is I'm going to be just standing still and looking up and around. What we have seen from testing is that it picks a target and puts the planetary bombardment symbol at the top of their screen. And when that happens, it's kind of like a 100-meter radius, I guess, around the player or so, where the barrage will land. Now, because of how it works, there's more surface area around the edge in this, so it's more likely that the distribution of shells will be around the edge. It is still possible that a shell could, you know, snipe you in the middle, but when the planetary bombardment is happening, you can kind of just stand in the middle. Now, it will follow you. So if you walk around walking specifically, you'll notice that the shells will continue to move out in front of me and come in from behind me, right? So you can just keep moving with it and it will do it. If you move too fast, you will actually walk into the barrage, right? So you can't go too fast or else you'll get punished by the mechanic, right? So you have to be careful in that regard. Now, another mechanic that we noticed was when you get close to an objective, it will actually stop the barrages. We'll see if it actually does it here. It was happening for like the oil and for, you know, the different objectives, like the ICBM. When the whole team got to the ICBM, the barrage stopped. It seems like it might not be doing it here because it's like this objective, but if you wanted a safe refuge, you would do that. Oh, it did work. All right. So because we're close to the objective, it stops the barrage. Okay. But if we run away from the objective, it seems like it's like 50 to 100 meters. It'll restart it and it will do the same mechanic again. It will randomly rotate between players in your party. It seems like the barrage lasts 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you're solo, it seems like it's always on you necessarily. So best tactics would be to don't move too fast around the map, and you can kind of position yourself to utilize this, right? So if you position yourself like 100 meters away from like a stratagem blocker, you can actually blow up the stratagem blocker without even walking up to it because of this barrage mechanic, which is actually kind of interesting, right? Now it's RNG on whether or not the barrage will actually hit the stratagem, but kind of an interesting mechanic. You can walk, you know, up to a large fabricator installation, and you can actually take them out that way, which is really cool. So, and as you'll see, I'll keep walking, and it will just follow me around. During extract, everybody stand together on the platform, and it's actually a really good defensive, like, I guess, stratagem to help you when you're repelling units from extraction. Just make sure you're not that one teammate that runs off by yourself, because you could essentially kill the rest of your teammates. But as you can see, every once in a while, you could get sniped by it because the center is still a hit zone. It's just unlikely because it's the least amount of surface area, where you can think of every part of the circle as like an equal hit chance in a way. Because there's more surface area on the outside, the distribution of shells will be farther outside. But yeah, if you absolutely don't want to give a shit about this mechanic, where the low that I have, explosive resistance and personal shield, you can very much survive this barrage unless you get really unlucky and like lose your shield, then a barrage hits you. But for the most part, yeah, there you go. Hope that helps.